Good morning. This is your 8:15 daily operations weather briefing. Seeing some messy conditions out there this morning with some breezy conditions as well as some moderate to heavier rainfall moving through the area. Overall, we'll expect a wet and messy day ahead with the rainfall continuing through our working hours today as well as some increasing winds with a likely chance of seeing our wind advisory issued later on today, and just a slight chance we'll see lightning in the area as we get into the afternoon and first part of the evening. If we take a look at our current surface analysis, we have an area of low pressure over Kentucky as well as a secondary area of low pressure more towards and developing along the coast. That secondary area of low pressure will become the dominant area as this system continues to track off to the northeast, and as mentioned, we'll continue bringing rain showers through the area as we move through our day and into the first part of the evening. We'll start to see that rain activity moving out of the area as we go through the overnight time frame. Looking at current conditions this morning, scattered deck at 2,800 feet, broken at 3,600, overcast at 5,000. Did have some heavier rain observed there with visibility of 2 miles and some mist winds out of the east at 10 knots and seeing some peak gusts up around 22 knots. Temperature is 62 degrees. Relative humidity is at 93%. If we take a look at the current local radar here, we could see some of these higher reflectivities just off to our west that are tracking towards the local area, so expecting some moderate to heavier rain to continue as we move through the morning hours as well as into the afternoon. If we take a look at the bigger picture here, with the current visible satellite and composite radar, we can see that rain shield quite broad here and continue to move through the area, and do expect some additional development on the backside of this as we get into the afternoon. We'll probably see more of an on and off nature to the rain showers, but still quite steady moving through our working hours. If we take a look at the European model here, how we can expect things to play out, we'll see kind of picking up on that pocket of more moderate rain pushing through the area this morning and into the afternoon. As we get into the afternoon, it's going to be our best chance of seeing lightning in the area with a heavier rain shower, but still just a slight chance as we continue through the afternoon into the first part of the evening. Rain becomes a bit lighter in nature as we get into the evening time frame past the 6 p.m. time frame, with still some lingering rain until about midnight this evening, and then we'll see some low clouds and some possibly patchy fog lingering through the early morning hours of Thursday as we start to see those winds subsiding. As we start the day on Thursday, it does look like we'll get a break from the wet weather for our working hours on Thursday. Chance for some lingering low clouds early on, then things becoming partly cloudy as we move through the day, and then going into the evening time frame once again back into a wet pattern as we'll have a chance of a shower or thunderstorm moving through during the overnight time frame or early morning hours of Friday. And then as we go through the day on Friday, likely starting off dry, but once again we'll see a pretty decent chance for some afternoon showers and thunderstorms developing with, again, a better chance here of seeing some lightning in the area during this time. The Storm Prediction Center does have a marginal risk for severe weather, but nonetheless, good chance of seeing that shower and thunderstorm activity pushing through. So looking at the 24-hour weather risk chart for today, red conditions for precip as we move through working hours and into the first part of the evening, and then down to an orange risk as we pass the 20 local time frame until about midnight. I do pick up a yellow risk for lightning as we move through our afternoon and first part of the evening time frame, and starting off with an orange risk for those wind advisory criteria, increasing to a red risk as we move into the afternoon. I do expect those winds generally easterly, becoming more southeasterly as we get into the afternoon, and picking up peak gusts later this morning up to 27 knots. And then as we get into the afternoon, we could see those peak gusts as high as 31 knots through that afternoon time frame, particularly with any potentially heavier rain shower pushing through, as we do have yellow risk for reduced ceilings and visibilities as we move through the afternoon and into the overnight time frame, keeping those low clouds around with that shower activity and some reduced visibilities with that shower activity, and then a chance for some lingering low clouds and patchy fog as we move through the early morning hours as the rain pulls out of here. Temperatures today pretty much staying in the low to mid 60s, right between 62 and 65 over the next 24 hours, so not much movement with our temperatures. And then, as mentioned, those winds do lighten up as we move into the early morning hours of Wednesday, becoming more westerly to northwesterly on the backside of that area of low pressure. Tides are about a half a foot to a foot above normal today. Thursday, as mentioned, overall fairly quiet weather day. We'll have a yellow risk for reduced ceilings with a chance for some lingering low clouds early, otherwise mostly to partly cloudy as we move through the day today. Very slight chance of an afternoon shower or storm, but overall, again, things looking mainly dry. We'll see a high of 75 degrees. Going into Thursday evening, better chance of seeing a shower or thunderstorm moving through during the overnight time frame, so yellow risk for that precip and lightning possibility, as well as a chance for some reduced ceilings visibilities. We'll see our low around 63 degrees, and then moving into Friday, likely starting off dry but staying mostly cloudy through the day, and then best chance of showers and thunderstorms will arrive as we get into the afternoon time frame and into the evening as well. So looking at an orange risk for that precip and lightning threat on Friday. We'll see slightly breezy conditions through the day as well, and a slightly warmer day with a high around 77 degrees. That's going to wrap up the 8:15 daily operations weather briefing. We'll be back again at 10 a.m. to take a look at the extended forecast. Enjoy your morning.